guys, welcome back to another episode here from the Hermitcraft server with me, your goat, who's had a busy week. Oh my lord, I've been grinding. I did some stuff off camera, which was really necessary. Yeah, and I will show it to you in a second. But before we do, I really want to say thank you guys, man. When I did the, quantum boat video, many of the fan artists got really inspired by that and drew amazing bits. And yeah, we last episode used a really cool piece of the, amazing quantum boat. And here comes Kai, Minecraft. Yeah, we've seen this name before with an amazing bit too. Check it out. I love the style of this bit. Me just chilling with my Crocs in the top speed boats, man, in the quantum boats. It's so cool. I love you guys' fan art, you know that, and yeah, can't wait till somebody draws something inspired by the storage system. I guess, a good old storage system is not as intriguing as quantum boats. I get that, but that is one of those things that need to be done. And yeah, look at that. During nighttime, that thing looks like a UFO or something, like some spaceship landed there, and it's just looking straight up crazy. Oh boy. Man, all week I was fiddling around with it and loading item filters and whatnot, and I'm proud to report, it was grindy though, that every little bit of important loot that was sitting up there in this mess, and even some at the very start of, when we started over there, right, when we started with our very starter setup, there was some stuff laying about that was kind of useful, and I brought that all over, and now we have like neatly sorted categories for pretty much almost everything. Individual bits are missing here, like some outlandish stuff, like here we put like Heart of the Seas and things, but lots of the mob drops sorted in, and wool starting. I didn't have too much wool yet, I realized. Barely any glass, but everything I had kind of sorted it in. And it's taking shape, and I'm getting very familiar with the setup. That was also the goal of just grinding it out and trying to stock it. So I relearn where all the categories are, and I start to remember and make connections in my brain, which stuff belongs together and all makes sense to me in a logical way, and we're getting there. So looking good. On the other side, the bulk storage has grown like massively. We have all this, and remember last time I had this issue with dirt sitting directly next to grass, right? We have to coarse dirt in between, and that is good enough. A one wide gap like that will prevent grass from spreading, so that stays dirt now, and we can, have our access here, and we have a bunch of Shulker boxes. Sand, I was doing some testing with sand, you'll find out in a second, and all these things here. And then I'm also starting to set up individual items here in the bulk. I mean, we have like unreal amounts of bone meal from our insane bone meal project that is tied to the quantum boats, right? Bone blocks, we also have a decent amount, sugar, and for now I have that invisible item frame sitting on here on the, deep slate, and I think that looks alright for now for start planks here and so on, right? Just redstone we got in here, we got a bunch piled up now, really good. Yeah. So all the important stuff is pretty much sorted in, and we are at a phase where I can just randomly toss everything into the sorting system, and whatever comes out here in the back, I can still then need to categorize and sort in. But I always want to wait until I have at least 3 of an item here, because 2 would be enough to set the filter, right? But I'd like to have 3, so I at least know I can put 1 item in the chest and know, okay, I sorted that in already. Otherwise, I have to always check and remember. So the iron rule is, and that is really helping with the sorting system chaos, only sort in where there's more than 2 items available. The rest has to wait until, I get maybe more of that certain item. Wait, this was... No, we didn't have it. Okay. If I get more of a certain item, and then it can get categorized, kind of. So that's really neat. All the signs are there, and I did extensive testing now. Our chunk loading grid also works great. But if you look down there, you see ominous rail. And yeah, where did that come from? And lots of mob spawning going on as well. I think we can take maybe a quick nap. Oh, yeah, we'll do that later. I mean, I like to look at the thing here in the darkness. It shines so bright. But yeah, what did we build? Obviously, to a good storage system, a super smelter, right? And yeah, it's extending all the way back here. This is the super smelter Ilmango designed for me a while back. There is a video, explanation video with world download for this particular smelting setup, and I recommend using the world download. There is some quirky stuff in that thing if you build it. One thing to remember is very key, and this took hours upon hours to figure out what was going on. This has to be a redstone dot. Okay, if you build this, if you pull a Lightmatica, because in the Lightmatic, redstone dots and not dots cannot be like distinguished, right? You don't know. So in this case here, it has to be a redstone dot. If you don't have a redstone dot here, the furnace array will work for one, let's say, shulker box, but it will not process several. But yeah, that is some bug fixing. I had to do testing over and over. Then I had forgotten to preload shulker boxes and so on. There's little things. Maybe I should have watched Ilmango's video again, refresh my memory about things, and not try to build it off the top of my head. Just thinking, yeah, we winged it once, we will wing it again. But by now, yeah, that bad boy is smelting stuff like crazy. And it's working really fine. I've been blasting stuff through it. And I'm thinking, let me quickly look. Do I even have any wood left? Because I was blasting a lot of wood through the system to make charcoal. So let's quickly check. Oh, yes, like, no, I don't think I have any wood left. Like all the wood that was, yeah, backlogging here, pretty much picked up. Let's check here. Yeah. And blew it through the furnace just to make charcoal. And yeah, that's of course not an option here, right? We need charcoal to run the furnace, so that's a project for today. We need to tackle, come up with a cool charcoal maker design. And I guess today we're gonna do a step-by-step process, because you guys often ask about that, how these things come to life. And I think that's a good chance to demonstrate to you today. So it doesn't look like we have any wood here available at the moment, but look at that. I can show you. I'll get some wood, don't worry. Yeah, look at that, all cleared up. Okay, I have some of that stuff here. I haven't found a good place yet, but I think, yeah, this also remains here still. I'll keep that here until I fill it up more, and then I'll take it over. But all the other stuff is nicely cleared up. Also lots of the bulk stuff I took over. I haven't moved all the pistons yet, but that is a formality. We can move this now, though. The one piston, the very first piston we crafted, and I guess we kind of officially move in to here. This is now our main central of operation. And yeah, I'm gonna try to get some wood so I can show you how the cool furnace array works. And I added some more, stuff to it to kind of integrate it with our storage system. So where do we put the one piston for now? I guess here, where our bed is. Nice. We officially moved in. Okay, you know what? I'm quickly gonna get me some wood by running the tree farm for a bit. Alright, made a little bit of wood, and now I've had 2 shulker boxes of said wood into the system. You can see it here already. Right, the shulker box is sitting right there, and yeah, it's connected to our input up here. Just toss it in here, goes via this water stream over and down into the system, and then shulker box gets placed here, and yeah, hopper minecarts picked it up and evenly distribute the 5 stacks they grab over these hoppers here, and then into the furnaces that sit in here. 160 furnaces in total. You can see they're burning, doing their thing. Every 8th item that is dispensed, we also let a coal minecart loose, and yeah, here's the pickup minecart at the moment going through, picking up the items that are smelted. And yeah, as we have 160 furnaces, obviously this goes quite quick. And yeah, when the minecarts that pick up the items make it to here, we have a little minecart cart yeeter. You can see it's the configuration soul sand, and boom, there you could just see it in action. So the minecart comes in on the soul sand, snaps to that rail below, and the soul sand sits on a cauldron with lava with a hopper below, and this way we can separate the minecart from the load. So the minecart gets broken, the hopper minecart, and gets recycled and reused here, and all the stuff that is inside the hopper minecart just, yeah, boom, goes in here. And then we have, a stacked loading array. We will use something similar. Maybe, nah, probably not. But it's really good. This divides over 8 hoppers, and then, we double speed feed into these dropper lines that eventually load everything into a shulker box down here. So that's the basic concept. So, lots of furnaces, grab all the stuff again, and quickly as possible load it into the system. Then here's an interesting bit, like this cobweb timer is used as shears in there as items. It's just can be any item. In this case, it was shears. But this is used to time to make sure, hey, even, when the shulker box gets broken here, we need to make sure to keep on processing. And that's what we're doing here. We can see this observer points into this dispenser, and it's not powered. That means this is the second shulker box in processing at the moment already. I threw 2 shulker boxes in. So there's no more shulker box in the buffer right here, this dispenser. System knows about this, and we'll finish processing, and then we'll get the results. Right here, this is the delay circuit. It's almost like a circus down here. A diamond circus. You know how expensive this was again? Blasting through so many building blocks. But yeah, this is the delay circuit that keeps the furnace array loaded, the loading system. And to that, I just directly hooked up via a little bit of delay again here into our chunk loading grid. So this is the control mechanism for the chunk loading grid we use at the storage system. And of course, we can use the same chunk loading grid to keep this furnace array loaded, so we can also use it while we're not here. We just toss our stuff in there and forget about it, and when we come back, it's all finished, done and processed, and this is lined up, of course, perfectly in a way that's inside the chunk loading grid here, so right below. And that, of course, works really fine. And let's see if the shulker box that was just here, yep, it got broken. This one is done. And now you can see this shear coming down here, right? And that shear got dispensed when the shulker box there got broken. And that gives us enough processing time to go through all the items. To smelt one item takes 10 seconds. And, it's perfectly calculated in a way that this all works out, and we make sure to fully load up the shulker box and clear the furnaces out completely. And now any second when the shear dropped, we will switch off the system. The last pushes come through, and there goes our shulker box. You can see it. We can chase it up here and ends up in our super smelter output right up here, conveniently connected. And there we go. Now we have 2 chests with charcoal as we threw coal in. So obviously wood, right? That is not a process we always want to do, like regularly run wood through. We would have that as a passive project running on the side. And obviously our multi-mega tree farm here is how we produce mass quantities of trees for our shops, for anything else. But we also have that bad boy, the azalea tree farm, fully automatic. And of course, I didn't build it just for the funds. In the long run, I knew we're gonna have a charcoal production, and now we just need to hook up a charcoal producer, which we will kind of develop together today, to our fully automated azalea tree farm that can be chunk loaded, and we don't need to be there. So we passively always generate charcoal, and we'll have enough to feed this hungry beast here, the super smelter. And we can toss 2 more coal barrels in there. Maybe I should also hook up a trapped chest here to make sure the input, because it's really important, right? You want to make sure the input for the furnace, you don't throw stuff in there that is not smeltable or so, or your wrong shulker boxes, and then you have to go in and painstakingly pick it out again. You can see as long as I'm staying in the inventory here, these things don't get sucked up, and that's pretty much the only really useful thing you can do with a trap chest, because nobody will fall for a trap with it, everybody knows. But in this configuration, if you have a hopper below to suck out items, it's really useful. So I think I might have to put that here for the fuel too, because yeah, it's a quick click away to throw the wrong stuff in here, right? So yeah, I think I should do that too. Let me see. Do I have a hopper configuration here too? Yeah, it's right below. So where does this lead to? This line here with the fuel, and yeah, can we get down here? It leads to down here, and that is actually the fuel setup for the furnace array, right? We have shulker boxes full of charcoal, and yeah, they're sitting in this chest here, and 2 loaders that constantly unload and feed charcoal into the beast. And yeah, this is the buffer here, and with these hoppers above too, holding charcoal, and that feeds the charcoal minecart that gets launched every 8th item, because you know you can smelt 8 items with 1 block of coal, and we want to have a fuel efficient furnace, of course. Yeah, and then the shulker boxes that delivered the charcoal just get broken, and here I just destroy them. That's a kind of common practice for me by now, and like I destroy shulker boxes that are you know, it's easy to produce a ton. We have so much in our setup, shulker box production setup up there, and crafting shulker boxes to feed them into a system is easier than routing them around, recycling them all the time in many cases. Not always, but yeah, here in this case, definitely good. So yeah, and then, right, everything pretty clear, straightforward. This thing is chunk loaded, safe to use, tested, tried, and I'm really happy about it. Yeah, so now, with this super smelter in place, that will, yeah, definitely make things way easier. Huge quantities of glass is no longer a problem. Smelted them in a hole down there where it had, you know, some 8 furnace somehow hot wired together. That's obviously not the proper way to do this. So yeah, now, as we have this all cleared, right, and officially moved over here, yeah, even took the piston over. That means this is now officially our main base of operations, and this can be considered a farming array, a farming area, no longer our main base. I guess this is it now. We upgraded, you know, from a crazy looking redstone contraption in mid-air that is partially built out of cobble and really crazy, to another really crazy looking place that looks like some spaceship landed with a giant drill attached to its head, ready to destroy everything that comes in its path, kind of. Man, we're moving up in the world, aren't we? Alright, so now I'd say I will go gather, because, dude, I don't even think I have enough diamond ore anymore to build anything. I will gather some resources and get ready. Then we look for a good spot where we put our charcoal maker, and then we can kind of start working on that concept, and I think you can learn quite a bit of that. There's gonna be some premium redstoning with Doc. My production area over here is constantly evolving, as you know. We're adding little bits and pieces all the time. And yeah, for example, here I added a shulker box or shulker shell shulker box loader. You know, to our system we had going before. We had shulker shells in a chest up there, and now it just gets funneled down and pumped into here, which is of course really helpful. Because, well, you know, as you know, we don't like to do anything, and manually loading shulker boxes into, or shulker shells into shulker boxes to then transport them to our various farms, annoying. We have shulker box makers everywhere, so, you know, we only want to transport logs and shulker shells around. No individual shulker boxes or anything like that. So, yeah. That makes a lot of sense, and is another bit or another piece in the puzzle here to ultimate automation. Talking about automation, charcoal making. Having fuel is the essential of, you know, automating anything when it comes to furnace and smelting stuff down and then crafting things out of it. You know, you need fuel. And I always loved charcoal because, yeah, for the simple reason, charcoal can be produced completely player independently without me being on here, right? We have the azalea tree set up. with the small bone meal farm attached to it, this thing spits out about, I don't know, 3,500 logs per hour if TPS is fine on the server and whatnot. So let's say even if it goes bad, maybe 3,000-ish, around that. So, that's a decent amount of coal per hour, and if it passively runs on the side, we will never have to worry about coal ever again. So it makes sense. Also, what was that? Oh my god, these pig slots up there, man. Oh, the pigs drop just here? Fine. In case you don't know, I actually have spikes down there. Where the pigs drop constantly. Right here. I don't know if I ever showed them on video. But yeah, they're sitting here and the pigs die. There's a bunch of stuff sitting around there. I just want to get rid of them as quick as possible. But yeah, the pigs are real. Anyways, charcoal making. Also very, very useful for the beginning of a world, or always, and I want to show you a system that is really neat, as good as it gets, hive mind approved, and expendable, in the course of you needing more and more coal maybe, and it's also a really good starter setup. So, the lore of making charcoal. Redstone with Doc. Let's see if he can compete with B-Dubs. He does a really good job doing his on-camera redstone there. Okay, so to make charcoal, we want to burn log. And we want to efficiently burn it. So ideally, after the system is kick-started, you don't want to use your logs to burn other logs. First, you want to use the charcoal that gets created by the system to burn more logs, and the overflow of this charcoal that's created is your yield from a setup. Just a general information, a furnace can produce 360 charcoal per hour if you constantly feed it with log and make sure it has fuel. So where do you feed your stuff you want to burn in? The logs. Well, simple. From on top. And then, of course, there's the general rule. If you want to feed fuel in, you do that from a side. So that's the very basic setup of anything related to charcoal making. So now we got to be smart though. So as I said, we want to make sure that whatever we produce in this bad boy, we feed first in, and then only when a certain threshold is filled and this thing can constantly burn, we want to suck stuff out. So how do we do? Well, to send stuff back up again, because, well, where does stuff come out of the furnace? You pull from below. You generally use a dropper, right, to send items back up again. So a good idea would probably be to loop back into our input for fuel. And the output of this thing obviously goes in here, right? So now whenever this produces a charcoal, it first goes in here. And that's good. But we want to send it back up, right? So now we need to detect, hey, is there something in this dropper? And if there is something, it should be activated to send the item into the hopper, and when it's in the hopper, it can flow over back into the furnace. So yeah, how do you detect? Well, I guess with a comparator, right? That is your general way of detecting things. So we need to read out from this dropper here. So that means, somewhere here, we need to read out. Good. Now we know, hey, if there's something in there. Now what we need to do is, of course, we also need to trigger this dropper as soon as we detect something is in there. And how do we trigger droppers? Several ways, but a good way to do so is using a observer. Of course, where is observers? Here. They can send a pulse, and that's a good thing. So now, poof, we put that here. Now we can trigger this bad boy. Listen. Click, it fired. That means if a signal comes out of this observer, this will fire. Now we just need to pretty much transfer the signal up. A good way to do that, and not use redstone and be quick about it, is when you have observers in play, for example, doors. So we need to get a door in there, and for later we also need to transfer the signal down, and a good way to transfer signal down is always using piston and redstone blocks. You can span a gap and you don't need to use redstone dust, which is not as laggy as it used to be, but some people are obsessed with saving on redstone dust. So good. Now, if we remove that, we can put a door here, for example. Door is a good way to, gap this too high gap here, or bridge this too high gap. So we put a door here, and now what this thing does, if there is something in here, it triggers, and now we should have the dirt up here. As it is dirt, it cannot flow in here. So now every time a charcoal oh my god. Oh, those pigs. Oh, okay. Oh. Yeah, every time a charcoal comes in here, this thing will detect it, fire, and put it back in here. Cool. Now you could say, Jeebus, stop. Now you could say, oh, awesome, dog. You created something great here. You know, this is an infinite loop of charcoal. Eventually it will run full and will do nothing. Well, of course, we need to have a way to get stuff out of the system again, right? And store it in an inventory. So how about, I don't know, we throw in a barrel. This is a nice inventory here for a change. Wait, here goes a barrel. And obviously, right, we also need to be able to pull that stuff out. And where do we want to get that stuff from? Well, our coal goes in here. So simple, we put a hopper here. But now we run into the next problem. Because, well, what happens now when the hopper is below there? Well, it will prioritize. You can see some of the items got sucked down and only one item made it up. And in this instance here, there will always only be a coal in here every 10 seconds. So one item will be in here. And aha, the hopper has priority. It gets sucked out so quickly that this thing cannot even react. So bad. That means we need to keep this bad boy locked as long or most of the time, right? Otherwise, it's not good. Why is it not good? Because, yeah, you saw, it will suck stuff out. How do we lock things? We power them, right? If we want to lock this hopper, we just power it. And, yeah, now we have this piston here. That is a good thing because from that, you know, we can do things. So, check this out. I was waiting for this. Oh man, the Hermitcraft community is the best. Found that on Reddit. I will link it. The best resource pack ever made. Phantoms shouting in high-pitched beat-ups voice. Time to sleep, time to sleep. Oh man, this is the best thing. Sorry, quick distraction. Redstone with beat-ups, right? I guess. So, yeah. Now, of course, right, so that doesn't happen, stuff gets sucked out all the time. We want to lock this thing for most of the time, only unlock it if it needs to be unlocked. So therefore, we just put a repeater here, and we want to have decent delay when we work with that stuff, and locking things, and put a redstone block here. And what do you know? Now, this thing is locked. Nothing can go down, right? And what happens now is if I put this rotten flesh in here, we have give the dropper enough time to shoot stuff up and then unlock down here. And what do you know? The rotten flesh made it up here now and didn't get sucked out. And ta-da! I present to you, you just made a fully automatic charcoal maker that will eventually just regulate itself and work. Let's check it out. We need wood. I saved up some wood over there still in the storage room. Let's grab some and just take a full shulker box of logs and see what the thing does. Here it is. Alright, grab. Let's fly back up, shall we? And then we can have some fun with that. It's really cool how simple sometimes complex problems can be approached. Alright, there we go. What is the... Became quite choppy here all of a sudden. Anyways, so logs, you say. So up there we would have an input, right? And we throw logs into the system. So let's grab a few and fill that hopper right up. So first thing we notice, stuff gets funneled down, but nothing happens yet. We need to kickstart that thing with, I mean, 2 sticks or 1 block if you want. You can also throw 1 charcoal in. Oh wait, we need to actually put it into the fuel slot. I just shift clicked it into the burning, and here we go. Now we kickstarting system. This log will be good enough to smelt a charcoal, and as soon as it's done, we will see, boom, aha, hey, the first charcoal is sitting in there. And eventually the system will build up a buffer of charcoal. Here comes the next charcoal and keeps on burning. So we're building up now, and it'll take some time to actually build up the whole system. So I might grab some charcoal to expedite the process a bit, but you can see we're building up charcoal in the system now. So we're preloading, so to speak. Eventually, this hopper will also be completely filled up with charcoal, and then the interesting stuff happens. So yeah, let me let this thing burn for a while and produce some charcoal. And in the meantime, I will add a few more of these modules, because yeah, one of these can make 360 coal per hour. So let's say if you build about 8, you can cover a, yeah, what is it, 2,800-ish logs per hour, and that would kind of fit well with our setup there. So yeah, I'm just simply gonna build 7 more of these right next to each other. And in the meantime, we let this bad boy run. Alright, look at that. In a blink of an eye, we got like 8 of those bad boys here. And I think, yeah, just went through preloading them all. Yeah, here we need wood going in, but you know, there's one. Oh yeah, this one is the one we had running. Look at that, already the whole thing full and 22 backing up. And I threw in a little bit of wood, but yeah, pre-primed all of these with 1. And here's coal building up again. So yeah, stuff's working. Just testing it through. But of course, we need a consistent input of logs into the system. And of course, we're going to produce logs in shulker boxes. So we want to have a nice shulker box unloader here. So let's have a line coming in like this on top of everything here to evenly distribute items in here, or to nicely distribute items on here, right? Whatever comes in here flows and gets pulled out. Lowest top always has priority, so the first 2 would be filled, then this, and then eventually, you know, leading up again. So yeah, this is a good way to funnel stuff into things with hoppers. And now, pretty much, we want to have a shulker box unloader. So technically, we would want to have 2 shulker boxes sitting here, left and right. We can run 2 at the same time. I think that makes sense. And yeah, we want to unload them, and we can use this hopper that is sitting here to do the job for us. So that is cool. So yeah, generally, there's always 2 things you need to consider if you want to do a shulker box unloading thing. And let's build out one side here. Let me grab some building materials. I think I should have some more pistons and stuff below. Wait, where was my way down here? In this, I can't even see anything anymore here with all. Well, which one is the magical downwards one? You, what is going on? We can also just jump, I guess, but it would be nice to know where, here, this one. Alright, let's grab some more stuff here to build, I guess, and yeah, we can throw some of that back in here and grab those 2. And now we have pretty much anything we could need to build something working here. Alright, so shulker boxes will sit here and we want to unload them. How do we do? Well, first of all, when it's empty, we want to remove the shulker box again. So therefore, it would be quite useful to say, let's have pistons here, right? That would break a shulker box that sits here. And secondly, of course, we want to place a new shulker box there in case it is empty, right? Also makes a lot of sense. So to do that, you can use a dispenser and do that from above, right? Above is a good choice. So boom. So now we just need to do some smart wiring to automate this process in some way or shape. So first of all, always a good thing to do is to detect, hey, is there something in my shulker box? So I guess we shall do that. Because, you know, when the shulker box is empty, you would know, okay, got to break this shulker box, right? And as usual, when we want to read out, we use a, yes, comparator. Exactly. And now, yeah, we want to do smart things to break again. And what did we do before? We used an observer to break or trigger something here. And observer is always a good thing to use in these situations to trigger things. So first of all, of course, we also need to fill in shulker boxes. So from on top somewhere we have a chest or something, right? And we pump shulker boxes into that system. Makes sense. And now we want to trigger this bad boy again. So let's go up and yeah, put a observer somewhere. Let me think. Yeah, we do the same trickery as we did before, because we want to split up the signal a little bit. We want to do something special with the shulker unloader here. So this is good now. So now, once again, we have a way to detect and trigger, but this time we want to detect when it's empty. So we should probably invert the signal to be smart with this. So we just take some building blocks, right? And we come up, and then we want to invert the signal. And yeah, we want to sit here. Boom. And yeah, what did we do before to transport a signal between those two? Well, we used a door. And we're going to do the same thing again. We're going to put a door exactly here. No, that's not where I want it. It would work too. Technically, that would not be a problem. I want the door to be here. Wait, how do I need to... Ah, that's always the thing with these doors. Here? Wait. Okay, I think it's a directional thing at the moment. Because we power this, the door will always end up open in the same way. Here we go. Okay, this is how we want it. This looks good. Good door positioning. All right. We have a door in here. Now we can bring a signal back up. But yeah, we also need to trigger this piston here, right? Because yeah, what we want to do is break this and then place a new one, right? Makes a lot of sense. So we have a torch here already, and we somehow need to trigger this piston. And yeah, to add a little bit of delay, we just use another observer here. Let me and boom. And if we break this now, you can see the piston will fire and push the shulker box over there, and it would be broken. So we need a pickup later for the shulker box there too. So yeah, now we just need to have a good way to transfer this signal quickly over here, because yeah, first there needs to be the braking. There cannot be too much delay, and then there needs to be the placing, right? So this needs to be quicker than this, and this door takes a certain delay. We want something quicker, and what's always quick to transfer signals when you work with observers is quiz time. Which inventory item here? What would you pick? What would you pick now? Correct. A rail. This rail, we can quickly transfer the signal over. And now, this thing will trigger. When this runs empty, Kaplango breaks and fires. Awesome. So now, though, we want to have a little system that is kind of cool in a way that it detects, hey, you know, when there's a new shulker box coming in there, it will automatically place it. We don't need to add to manually do that, right? So, you know, with most shulker box loaders, you have to, or unloaders, you have to preload them. And with unloaders, though, it would be really nice if it could sit like that, and then you toss something in, and it would detect that and place that shulker box there, right? So we should add something like that. Let me clean up here a little bit, and then we add that bit. So our goal now with this last bit we want to add is we want to detect if something is coming through this hopper, which would be shulker boxes, and then trigger the whole system. Well, first of all, I guess we would have to have an inventory above, where we can put shulker boxes in. Right? Like this. So a shulker box comes in here, and we need to detect on this hopper here, and see if something is coming through. To detect out of something, well, first of all, we want to trigger that thing again. And this way it's, I guess, better if we add that first. So to trigger, once again, the good old observer. And we want to have one facing this guy here. So, and I want to have two there to add a little bit of delay between detection and ejection because, it takes some time for the shulker box that gets through here to be in here, and we want to make sure it's ready to be dispensed. So pretty much, we could throw 2 observers in here. Let me grab this. 1, 2. Right, we can throw 2 observers in here. That gives us enough delay to make sure the shulker box made it in here. And now, we just need to detect, right? And well, here you can hear, right, it fired. So if this updates, it fires. A good way to transfer signals and update observers is always node blocks. And now we just want to read out of that thing here. And to make that fit, we just use a solid block here. We can read through that and use a solid block here to transfer the signal, because signal strength will be low. So we want to bridge that gap like this. And an observer here. Comparator, I'm sorry. So now that completes the whole shebang. We just need to make sure to grab any potential dirt that wants to go in here. All right. And really simple, really nice and compact, fully automatic shulker box unloader. Right. And it will also detect if a new item comes in here. So now, as we have 2 lanes, I will just copy the system and mirror it to over here. And then we have 2 of these. And then the last thing we need is pretty much a system to grab the coal that gets produced here and pack it into shulker boxes. And if we are smart about it, we would also recycle the shulker boxes that come out of here, that are emptied. And the question now is, where do they go? Well, we need to take care of that as well, of course. If a shulker box gets emptied here, we want to unload it nicely. And, man, this construction site gets way chaotic. A good tip, though, is, right, if you're working with redstone stuff, have some dirt and scaffolding. That's really helpful. And don't use the same building blocks so you cannot get confused. Look, like here, I can clearly see that this dirt probably doesn't belong here. Right, most likely, and this either. Right, so of course, you can see, right, we saw that before when the thing triggered, this dirt block got pushed over here. So we would imagine if anything gets pushed out of here, it would end up in a hopper right here. So let's say if we grab this stuff now and put it in a chest, we could collect all the shulker boxes that get broken here, like something like that. Then we just use hoppers, right, and go in here, and let's make it a little bit wider. Let's do it from over here. Boom, boom. Oops. Of course, we don't need one below here. Let's break that out again. And now what will happen is, poof, this shulker box gets broken and it gets transported into this chest. So at the moment, our empty shulker boxes are here. And it should be pretty easy to transfer them further down into a shulker loader here. Alrighty, I installed a second shulker box unloader, just the same thing as we had before. And here the hopper chain, right, connects into the chest. So both of these shulker unloaders will expel their empty shulker boxes into this chest. Good for us to know. Now, we want to make use of those shulker boxes and, pretty much use them to fill shulker boxes with charcoal again. And now we are reaching a point where the system soon will show how this whole thing works. Can you guess it already? How do we separate the charcoal out now? Well, let's throw a few more in. 50. Was there some other charcoal being produced already? Yeah, I'm gonna snag some here to speed the process up a little bit. But as you can see, right, the charcoal that gets produced at the moment does its normal cycle, goes down, goes into here, gets detected every 10 seconds. Oh, there is one, and gets sent up. But what do droppers do if they cannot fire into an inventory because it is full? Well, pretty much nothing. They just retain whatever they got inside. And now it becomes very clear how we do this whole thing. Right? This hopper here is locked by the power here, but only gets unlocked for a short amount of time. And that happens whenever there is something in here. But first, this dropper tries to fire upwards. And at the moment, it still can. But in 40 seconds, latest, it won't be able to fire up again because this hopper that sits on top of it will be filled. So then what happens is, if this item hopper here gets unlocked, because, you know, the piston fires here, unlocks this real quick. If there is still coal in here, it will be sucked out by this hopper below and put into this chest. And now, we shall see it. Any second, we got 63. Come on. One more. Okay, it is full. And now, this dropper cannot fire upwards again. So the next coal that comes in, try to fire. Couldn't go up. Oh, wait. Ah, yeah. It just used up the coal. Okay, in the next cycle, Trust me. Okay, now it's full. It couldn't fire it up again. And aha, the charcoal made it down. Right? The charcoal just burned up before, and that's why it could fire up. But at the moment, you know, it's full. Boom. Cannot fire up. You still got 64 at the moment on the last slot. 8 items will be burned, and now every charcoal that gets produced makes it down here. So this is why this setup is really, really smart. And yeah, now we want to get stuff out of that system. You can see, right, I just explained to you, this block is used to lock this hopper all the time. So if we want to funnel items out, we got to do it individually and first dump everything into another inventory below, because, you know, every hopper that is next to those will be locked. But that is all right, because, yeah, we also unlock it regularly, right? So it should not be a problem. Wait, I need a solid block to stand on here. It's so annoying that you cannot, you know, that they always sink in on scaffolding, the crouch. Why can we not? Anyways. So, you know, now we want to funnel stuff out. And of course, every time a charcoal gets produced, this hopper will be unlocked as well. And, wait for it, every 10 seconds. Any second now. Boom, hey, cool. We unlocked this stuff. So now we're draining this barrel. And every cycle we can take a coal out. That means nothing will back up here. Right, you can throw this coal in here. There will always be one coal in here, but the next coal that comes in here, we unlock the cycle again, and yeah, we won't back up anything. Boom, boom, and we put it down into here. So now we reach the point where we have coal coming out of the system, and what do? Well, simply now we want to have hopper lines running forward, and yeah, we just want to load stuff into one of our, yeah, loaders here. And we have our standard design for Shulker loaders, and we will use this one again and just hook it up to the system and put it in front here. And yeah, let me build that one real quick. I mean, we've seen this design plenty of times. To explain it here real quick, right? What happens? How does this thing even detect that this Shulker box is full? It detects the change of the redstone state here. So if this goes full, we have power level 15 at the moment here and power level 14 here, because, you know, the power level 15 comes from the redstone block. If this is maximum filled via this comparator, we will have power level 15 here as well. And that means the power level here changes from 14 to 15, and the observer that is watching it can see that. So when this goes full, this goes to power level 15. We just send the signal through here, through the dispenser, and yeah, that's pretty much it. You know, go through here, breaks, and also at the same time we fire via this observer here, because we are monitoring this up here, and that means yeah, we place a new one, and that's it, break and new. So very simple design here as well, clean, always does the job. Bada boom, bada bang. All right. And there it is, our standard Shulker loader design, just as we always do. And yeah, back in here is the feed line for Shulker boxes that go into the Shulker box loader. So now, obviously, we want to be smart about this, right? And use the Shulker boxes we throw in here to also be loaded again. And yeah, obviously we pre-thought about this a little bit, and yeah, lined things up nicely. So up there is actually the output for the Shulker boxes that go in the system into the charcoal maker, and yeah, we want to feed that down to here. So a good way to feed things is use pots. It has one inventory slot. It's good enough for few shulker boxes that travel around here, right? And then we just go up like this to see if it kind of how it plays out. I don't know exactly if it will be perfect, but you know. Okay, we will need 2 hoppers here to filter this all out. So let's step to the side, right? We want to pull out of this inventory we have here potentially, and then go into this pot. So now shulker boxes full of logs we throw in here that are emptied travel down and will be recycled by our shulker box loader, and that pretty much completes a charcoal maker that is nice and compact. Nice, simple design. I'll clean up and then we can look at it a little bit better. We'll passively generate charcoal for us sitting right next to this chunk loader. If we feed logs into it, that is. And yeah, to do so, pretty much all we need to do now is, and I'm contemplating, I think I should do that. We grab stuff from here. We could also grab it from up here, but I always like to have buffer chests in between. Right here is where the logs go in that come from the azalea tree farm. And we will grab them from this chest and transport them up into here. So shulker boxes full of logs up to here. I could do it manually, but I don't think it's a really fully passive automatic system. We should have that automated too. So I need a bunch of glass and get some water and string things around a little bit and somehow squeeze in a water pipe. Maybe we go to the back here and come up here and then into the chest, something like that. That should work out. Yeah, that's the next stage. And then this thing is producing.
Oh,
Hello.
there he is.
Oh,
there it is.
Yes.
Boom. Oh, that's what we were expecting.
Howdy, guys.
Howdy.
What's
Welcome.
happening?
How you guys doing?
Good.
Oh, you know.
Here, have some apples.
Oh, yeah. Here, have some salmon.
Oh,
Oh,
God.
okay.
And berries.
Don't you start, Doc.
We've
It's
got a
good
whole,
stuff.
we got a whole.
You know what caught a
platter
food
of
poisoning
for
from
you here, Cup. We're
salmon
excited to
salmon
have
in
you.
real
Nice.
life? You know that?
Okay.
Oh, yeah. No,
For
I'm not surprised. Big Salmon's always watching.
Dude, this is unreal. I can't believe it. It's
From
like
the
a curse.
inside.
Stupid salmon curse. I need to remove that stupid fish up in there.
No, you don't. It looks great up there. What are you talking about?
Okay.
It looms so well.
Yeah, I guess we can officially open the second meeting today. And yeah, guys, just to let you know, we kicked out Skiz and replaced him with Cup. No.
Don't say
go.
that. That's not true. Skizzy's still welcome.
Okay, he was busy today.
Yeah, he's just busy.
We pretty much have only one talking point. That is hiring Cup for the grand opening.
The
Let's go.
grand opening, the big celebration.
All right. So how did the negotiations go, Joe?
Really well. Cub agreed to make the fireworks. He was supposed to get in touch with you about where to put the redstone safely.
really?
I don't know if that's ever happened.
No.
Yeah. That never really happened, but no. Yeah.
It's
we
happening
did,
right
we did
now.
talk about it. We did talk about it. You guys wanted a nice big fireworks show and
Mm-hmm.
all sorts of custom fireworks and
Yes, yes.
explosions and things all around.
Yeah, we'd appreciate that. We have only one problem. Gentlemen,
that?
if you please follow me real quick.
Oh, come on. One problem. Come
Yeah,
on.
I mean, what does a grand opening entitle? Well, opening all your shops, right? Doesn't it?
Oh, yeah, that is a bit
yep.
of a problem. Skiz is
I mean,
a little behind.
What happened to the floor here?
He's working on it. He's
Yeah.
working on it. It's berry bushes now.
yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
I'm helping where I can.
not trying to complain, but this place even he sells the cherry out of the wrong section. It drives me insane. Like every time I come here,
Oh, yeah.
I want to start crying.
He'll get to it.
How much is he selling?
Dude, he's
Wait
making
a minute.
sales. He should pay for the
Strip cherries,
fireworks.
5 diamonds per stack. I gotta turn my prices up. I think I got 4. Yeah, I gotta bump these up.
Wait, what? He's selling for diamond blocks?
No, 5 diamonds though.
Oh, all right.
He's
No,
selling
here,
stuff for
mangrove
diamond
block.
blocks too.
1 diamond block per stack.
1 diamond per stack.
Wait,
1
what?
diamond block. I mean, That's insane. I gotta bump my prices up.
Dude, he's literally selling out of a construction site, but making mad money, man.
Yeah, he does. He has no overhead.
It's insane, man.
That's good, man.
So what was the money we agreed on?
Yeah. I got all the details right here in this book.
Oh, in the book.
paperwork, beautiful.
Yeah, I got a book here.
It's official. Oh,
Okay,
you
you're the
want me to read
official book guy now. Bookkeeper.
Yeah.
Bigwood opening fireworks show. Custom show 100 diamonds. What kind of negotiations did you do, Joe?
Hey, that came out under 12 diamond blocks. You said 12 diamond blocks.
Ah,
was-
very skis got it.
You're right. It
That's
just
the
it seems
standard,
like a lot.
That's the standard.
It's
The
just
standard
a
one.
standard rate.
Okay.
This is fine. I did a good
Fireworks.
job. You just can't multiply.
Oh, fireworks 144 diamonds. Bigwood discount 100. Oh, I like the Bigwood discount 100
Yeah,
diamonds. Oh,
Joe,
that's
Joe
nice.
talked me down a lot, so yeah.
Oh,
he did a
Okay,
good
so
job.
so the total cost is actually 16 blocks total. This is great, actually, Joe. You did great. I
16
take back what I
blocks?
just said.
Okay, nice. Then we can take 4 blocks of.
So it's technically
Skiz?
4
Yeah, we
blocks
can start
each, but
paying out of
Skiz
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 thing
is
here.
in here, so I will pay for Skiz.
Yeah, I already took his
He got it.
diamonds
Oh,
out
okay.
of his chest. That's sorted.
Okay, that's fine. That
I mean,
works.
Yeah, I mean, come on, man. It's making sense.
Boom.
Diamond
let's
blocks,
go.
you say.
All right, there's 8. We're at 8. We're getting
So
there.
wait, how many statistically each diamond ore is how many blocks? Like 1.7 or something? I don't know.
Each
Something
diamond
like that.
ore.
Yeah.
Boom.
I mean, I can
Isn't
find.
it-
I'll
would-
get a pickaxe and I'll
4,
break
okay.
them. It's fine.
Wouldn't it be 0.7?
I don't know.
Because
I think
it-
you can
you get
imply the 0. No, but it would be at least 1.7 because it's more than 1 if you're using a fortune pickaxe,
What is
right?
what?
Yeah.
oh, how many diamonds? Oh, you said diamond
Oh,
blocks. So
okay.
I was calculating
It varies.
for
It varies.
Yeah,
Cash
yeah,
machine
yeah.
only gave you the big bucks. I see.
Yeah.
The other day I went to the bank, got $100 or euros, and it all got paid out in $5 notes. It was the worst.
Nice.
Wow.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, it was the worst.
Okay.
better than the
So-
coins, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna start giving my kid a $15 a week allowance, but I realized all the cash machines only give me 20s, so I'm just like, fine, it'll be 20, but if you don't do your chores, I'm gonna be extra mad.
They got a
Wow.
raise before
Yeah, it's
starting
like,
the
it's like
job.
you're gonna be held to a higher
Man, this is
standard.
straight up like a
than when we
Hermitcraft.
initially
Can we not
negotiated
stay
this.
on point? Ah, you can.
Okay, here's your 4
Alright.
diamond blocks. Look, I was
Alright.
talking while I got the blocks.
So you
know,
got the
Looks
16?
like it.
I
That's
started
it,
with the
16.
distractions. Okay, we
Okay.
got the payment in.
Okay.
Perfect.
Woo.
Now, yeah, when will this happen? I guess it's dependent on Skiz finishing the job here.
Well, the berry bushes are coming in at least, so that's
Yeah, the berry
progress.
bushes are coming in nicely.
Now there was a talk when I met with Joe that we wanted this sort of set the music a little bit too.
oh yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, that'd be great.
Is that right? Okay. Okay. And we want a big finale. You guys want a finale like at the start and at the end, or just one big finale?
A start
What are you
alley and a
thinking?
finale.
A start
Yeah.
tally?
Start alley.
A begin
Okay.
All the
alley?
shebang. You
A
know,
big alley.
we think about it as an advertisement chance as well, right? We'll invite all the hermits, they'll show up, and then boom, they
Yeah.
see the big firework, more business coming in, obviously. So you want to do
Yep.
it. It's the big first, major firework show on the server this season, right?
Yeah.
Kind of.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. I'll hook you guys up with a bunch of awesome fireworks too. All the
Sweet.
colors, all the flight duration, all the shapes. It's gonna be great.
Okay.
That's awesome. I'm
Yeah,
excited.
and a bit of music, maybe some original
Yeah,
Minecraft
yeah, of course.
music. Set the tone. I like that.
Yep.
I mean, I guess you could start any time, and I mean, feel free to hook up firework wherever.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. In and around the shop, preferably.
Yeah, yeah.
Not,
Yep.
not in it. Not in it.
No, not
Around the
inside.
shop.
Okay, let's exclude
inside,
the
okay,
inside.
All right,
Maybe we
sounds
should
good.
hold like a special sale that day too, but like a reverse sale where everything costs more.
Oh
Well, there's
yeah.
probably some way to have fireworks come down out of the sign. Maybe? Is that
Ooh, come
possibly.
down.
Yeah.
Possibly, depending on how it's you can put redstone up the side. Yeah, maybe.
Interesting. Oh, I'll let you figure that part out.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
I'll
Doc
just
said he
stand
had
here
a
and be
plan to
amazed.
run redstone wire up through the sides of the hourglass, the supports.
Maybe
or
for
whatever.
later, but for the show it can be, it's just temporary anyway, so it doesn't need to be like mega hit. No,
Now, is
whatever,
there-
it's all good.
Is there any redstone underground here I got to worry about? Like anywhere where I definitely don't want to mess with anything?
I mean,
think so.
if you stay around the normal perimeter of the thing, should be no problem. There's nothing major in here.
Okay.
Just,
Yeah,
most of the
sounds good,
stuff
man.
is
Yeah.
below the actual hourglass, so should be good.
Don't dig like right here, though.
Oh, okay. Yeah, right
Why?
there in that one specific
No
spot.
reason.
Wait, what? Why is there something right in front? Whoa!
Huh?
Uh-oh.
What?
What?
Huh?
What the heck?
Why is that there?
I told you guys not to dig there.
It's a
There's
treasure.
just shulkers and shulkers of cobblestone and stone.
This looks like
What
something
is-
that might need to be reported to Schism Scar, the Popo.
Yeah, I'm
What's the
kind
meaning
of
of this?
concerned.
Maybe we just let it be.
Did you get a
put
write-up,
the dirt
Cub?
back. I don't know which part of don't dig up
I don't
right
know
here
what
you
this
don't
is.
understand.
I'm gonna cover it up, but I'm not forgetting. I don't know what this is.
I don't
but
know either, yeah.
I'm mildly worried.
Let's just pretend we've never seen it. It's like you uncovered a body or something, and you just, oh man, now I'm in trouble with the mafia.
I mean,
I'm
I was
outta
looking.
here.
I was looking for stone and cobblestone the other day. I really could have used some of that.
It's a treasure,
There's
treasure
always
trove
cobble in
around
the
here.
shulker stand.
So yeah, I'm also concerned about the Popo guys. Like, not kidding. They were around sniffing about. I saw them handing out some write-ups and stuff. If Skis doesn't finish soon, man, talk to your fish brother. You know.
I
mean,
know. I know. I've got to get him in line here. I got to get him in check. I'll have a chat
we
with him.
can help if you need support. I just don't
He
wanna-
doesn't need any help. He'll be fine. He just needs to get his butt in gear.
Yeah, I swear, if we get a police
Yeah.
report, it's his. He's gonna pay the fine. I'm not gonna.
Yep.
All right.
He will. He'll pay it.
So, Cub, I mean, get to work, I guess, when you're done with the firework. Hopefully, Skis is done too, and then, let us know, and then we can kind of announce the big opening of Big Wood.
Yeah, I'll hook you guys up. No problem.
Very exciting.
All right. And talk to you later, Cub.
See
yeah.
you soon.
Thanks, Cub.
Bye.
Guys, do
Bye, Cub.
we need anything else for the big party? Do we need party favors or what? What do we do? Do we do a ribbon cutting or something?
You want to have like food and stuff, like to hand out for people and snacks? I could provide some food.
Snacks,
I mean,
snacks
yeah.
would be good. Hey, local stuff from your farm, right?
yeah, exactly.
Ooh.
Local berries and local
Yeah.
potatoes. And
I like that. We
Beets.
put up a few tables, for people to chill, and then maybe a ribbon cutting ceremony. And
ribbon cutting, yes.
We cut the ribbon, and then boom, fireworks go off and stuff. That would be
And
cool.
then everything in the shop is like 50% more,
yes.
just because they have to pay for the celebration, right? We got to pay for it somehow.
Yeah. Okay, so maybe it would also be cool, like when the fireworks goes off, like we reveal a big sign that says today's special deals 50% more expensive or something.
Yes, yes. Add 50% to every purchase. Oh, that'd be great.
Yeah, okay. I think
Awesome. I
that
can't
sounds
wait.
like a plan. Sweet, man. So
All right.
Is there anything else, or can we conclude the meeting? Because I'm, making charcoal out in the swamp, kind of important.
I think go make your charcoal in the swamp. I think we're good.
All right, sweet. Yeah, then I guess see you soon. Good business.
Later.
Later. Beautiful. Things are working. Amazing. Can't believe it. This shop is about to be a success eventually. Unreal. Well, what do you know? This whole Big Wood situation is turning out to be a huge success, I think. I mean, things are happening out there in the shop. Skis is lagging a little bit behind, but hey, we gotta cut him some leeway, right? He's really busy with his real-life job, and, he's making progress, though. From last time I checked, there's always a little bit added, and I love to see that. So I think, he will sure finish his part of the shop before we have the grand opening. I've been running the generator here a little bit. I have pre-filled more wood into the system, and now, been running the azalea tree farm on the side, and it's been working swimmingly. I've already transferred, like, this whole inventory of boxes over just now into the charcoal maker. Yeah, into the charcoal supply of the furnace, and there's more charcoal coming in all the time. We're producing about 2 boxes every hour or so, and it just runs on the side, passively chilling and creating us charcoal. And that should be perfectly fine to feed our furnace beast here. The moment I'm thinking already is there may be a way to automatically send the charcoal from over there right into the system here. I might have to install a bus soon, but we think about it in the future, right? Like a bus system that comes from all the production facilities over there and leads into the storage room here and gives us an option to sort stuff in. Another extension I want to build, maybe somewhere around here or so soon for the storage room, is a fully automated crafting system for everything. Because, yeah, it's getting annoying already. Knowing that there is the crafter, every individual bit and piece you craft by hand starts to bug me. As you know, I don't like to do anything, and if it can be automated, I want to automate it. Yeah, I will do that. We need like universal crafter here for a start, and then later dedicated crafting systems to certain components I always will need, and then we have to come up with a way to do that all. There's so many cool things we can do. Man, I'll never run out of ideas in Minecraft, I think. So yeah, we will run out of time though. But I wanna show you one more thing before we leave. Hey, check this out, right? So we have the charcoal set up below, right? And I have a little check system there that if these dispensers that dispense the charcoal run empty, we will get an alarm. I love them. So this is the alarm. We got crazy blinking here and gas screaming in case we run out of coal. And I think, that's good enough, so we would never miss that. I don't want to sleep. Is nobody else on? Oh, I have to sleep, really? I don't want to get rid of them. I love them. They're the best. Okay. We got to do the outro with them around. Let's see. Maybe I can, if I stand here. This is the best thing ever. Okay, comment of the week, though, by Ziz. So they say, hey, I believe Zizuma installed this data pack that allows placing a block, which will change its power state 5 minutes before the server restart. You might ask him about it so you can automate turning the sorting system off before a server restart instead of doing it manually. Yeah, I'm well aware of that this exists on the server, but as of right now, I'm literally thinking the only person that is using that or taking advantage of that system is Zizuma Void. To me, that feels a bit cheaty. Isn't it weird? Like, people interpret the game way differently, right? To me, sand duping is totally fine. I'd dupe anything with if it would be allowed on here, pretty much, right? It's a technical exploit, and I love it. But adding a mod, so to speak, right, is a resource pack in our case, that kind of, gives you information and then interacts with your redstone. No. There is where I personally, for example, draw the line. Do you know, by the way, I learned that from this texture pack, from this resource pack, right? The phantoms only scream when they actually start diving towards you. If they're just cycling around, they won't do anything. But if they do a charge attack like that and see you, then they go like, ah! Or in our case, uh-oh, time to sleep. Look how quiet they are now. They're just cycling around. But as soon as they see me and come for an attack, they start screaming. Well, those guys are just, man, those phantoms. But now they're great. I love them with their resource pack. So all the way to the end. One more thing. I want to say thank you for all the feedback about my question I had last time. When it comes to Mojang and being lazy and blah, blah, blah. In conclusion, I would say from the answers I could read, generally in our community, there's not the opinion that Mojang is like lazy or whatever. There are some voices that say, they could do more. But generally, we have a wholesome community, and that makes it maybe that I'm also spared a bit from the whining all the time, which I appreciate a lot. We have a positive community, and that's what we want to do. So I hope, this today was a bit of an experiment. I wanted to take you through the process of creating a redstone device. For more complex things, I don't think it makes a lot of sense, but I think this was a great way to kind of explain the way of thinking and approaching redstone problems. I hope you enjoyed that too, but don't expect me to do lots of redstone tutorials in the future. It's just, exhausting, and you have to focus, and I just like to hang out and have fun when I record. I'd rather focus by myself. But with that said, I'd say I switch on my systems here again and make sure we produce more charcoal. And I see you next week. Let's see what we do. There's plenty of things on the agenda, from more tree farms to, universal crafters to we need to think about the grand opening of Big Log. Maybe we want to add our own little twist to the fireworks show, and so on and so forth. Always something to do. I hope you enjoyed the episode. I'm gonna stream tomorrow, so come hang out over at Twitch. It's always a blast. I guess this time we're gonna go diamond mining again because I'm running low. Can't be, man. Need to be the richest server hermit all the time. But hey, one question before we end it. Do these diamonds I use in my builds count to my, net worth on the server here? If so, I think, we have nothing to fear. What do you think? I mean, it's real estate in a sense, right? See ya!